Welcome to another video, and I'm giving my reaction to the banning of Missy Ann. Now, this is just ridiculous. Earlier this month, SimCitybuildit bans Missy Ann for, well, virtually no reason, and Missy Ann, her videos are responsible for making SimCitybuildit popular. Her guides bring people to the game. Her advertisements of in-game offers literally put money into the pockets of developers at EA, yet at the same time, they ban her, but they don't ban the hackers that are roaming in the game. So it really just doesn't make any sense. And I wanted to really explore that this issue has bring the issue of EA doing things that don't make sense to the public, but I want to tell you it is important to note that this is not the first time. It's now a bigger deal because it's happened to a public figure like Missy Ann. However, it's happened before to others. I've heard the stories on Twitter. Everyone, lost their cities. They got banned, and they spent so much real money, US dollars, on this game, and they didn't get reimbursed for that. This story has happened time and time again. SimCitybuildit is banning people for absolutely no reason, and to be honest, I'm just tired of this. A lot of people are tired of this. It's no coincidence that I've not been playing the game for a whole month. I'm tired of SimCitybuildit that doesn't make the good updates, that doesn't listen to the players, and now is banning people for absolutely no reason. And if you go on Twitter, if you go on social media, you know that SimCitybuildit, the whole community just puts hate, hate, hate. Nobody likes this game, at least a lot of people don't, and the only people what I tend to notice is the only people that like SimCitybuildit are those that are new to the game, those that don't understand what the ride that they're really getting into. But those like Missy Ann that have played for years and years and years, they start hating this game because they understand the true concept of this game, not the facade of just a simple city building game. It's a little more than that. It's a scam. It's ridiculous how they take your money and then ban you for, again, absolutely no reason. It's no coincidence that I've been not doing videos on SimCitybuildit. It's no coincidence people like Build It with Smith. And I've always actually asked this question about Build It with Smith. I asked, Build It with Smith, if you know who he is, I'm sure you know. He's had a successful YouTube channel. And I asked the question, why in the world would he stop? He stopped for a long time not doing videos, and the answer is pretty simple. I think Bill Lewis Smith caught on to something that we're all starting to realize now, but he caught on early, is that this game is not worth spending our time on. Believe me, it's not. And I'm sorry for all the time that I wasted in my life. Believe me, I love YouTube. I have a fun time doing it, but to be honest, I almost wanted to quit doing YouTube videos by covering this game. I'm serious. And I love YouTube. It's fun, so I would have to switch to a different game, because if I keep covering this, the YouTube experience is just going to be boring for me. It's just negativity, negativity, negativity. The developers, I've actually personally contacted the developers on Twitter, and they told me they'd consider my ideas, and they didn't implement those ideas. And I'm not just talking about my ideas. My ideas aren't always the best, but other people, you people, the fans, the players, have had great ideas about SimCitybuildit, and the game has refused to listen to the players. What game doesn't listen to what the players want? I just don't understand it. And it's really difficult to comprehend. So I recommend going to a different game. I'm going to try to find that different game. So I appreciate it if you do comment down below. Comment if you have a game that you know is good, that we can find a game to really cover on YouTube, because I'm not saying this is all quits for SimCitybuildit. However, I am really getting tired of this. It really is annoying. Missy Ann needs to get her account back. This has been happening for players for a long time, and I think it's catching up to SimCitybuildit. And what the craziest thing is, I think what makes it the most ridiculous is we're not just talking about a video game, okay? To be honest with ourselves, people could say, oh, that's dumb, it's just a video game. Well, not only do people spend a lot of time on a video game, but we talk about the money. The biggest problem here is not only the time wasted, but the money, the fact that they charge money and then they take away your account, it's basically taking your money and not giving you anything in return, not even letting you play the game, essentially. So none of this really made sense. And Missy Ann, when she got banned, it kind of raised the question, what are the conditions under that ban? And it's kind of hard to understand. Was it random? Now, it could have been random because, believe me, this has happened before. However, I don't think it's random because she's contacted EA and they've repeatedly not allowed her to play the game, even though there's absolutely no issue. She plays the game fairly. So what it is this was targeted. And I think the problem here is they just don't like people having success at this game. They don't appreciate people buying their offers. And it raises the question for me, will I get banned? It raises some concerns because all of my viewers know I've been, you could say, pretty critical of this game. So it's kind of concerning to think that one day all this work that I put into, I could have had more of a social life, and instead I'm staying home, recording YouTube videos about this game, and it's kind of, I think, scary to think that all of that, and yet all my city, everything that I built up can be gone like that. So it's really shocking. It's really shocking, and it's going to be interesting how this is going to go. I think, if they ever do give Missy Ann's account back, the problem here is that this has ruined the reputation of EA. And I also want to talk about EA in general and really why this happened. Well, and it's very important to remember who EA is. EA is a big gaming company, and we have to understand that they make games, popular games, let's say like Madden Football and other games. So SimCity Buildit is not their top tier video game, and I think that's the problem here. And I've said this before, is that SimCity Buildit is just not on their list of priorities. I think the game needs to be sold to a different company because, to be honest, EA just doesn't care about this game, and don't be surprised by that. Because the simple truth of the matter is this game is not what makes them the most revenue. You look at let's say the new Madden game. It costs, like $60-$70 on Xbox One. And that's a lot. And they get money every time they sell a copy. And they sell a lot of copies. They make revenues from other games. So it's not a surprise when you realize the facts that this game is not their revenue-making game. And in this video, I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your stories of how the game has either not made the right updates, has not been for delivering on what we were expecting, or has maybe banned you. Maybe you've suffered from glitches, because I've heard this before many, many times. So the key points here are, again, should we abandon SimCity Buildit? I think we should. And one of the anomalies of, I couldn't figure out for a long time, and I really started to do SimCity Buildit really because there wasn't too much competition, and I loved the game, to be honest with you. But I always wondered, this is a popular game. You want to look, it's one of the most popular mobile games. It's got 50,000 followers on Twitter. It's got many, many, many players. I believe in the millions. So it was just kind of strange for me to see that there was really not a diverse group of YouTubers doing the game. There was 2 successful YouTubers, Missy Ann and Build with Smith. And I was just very shocked that nobody else wanted to cover this game, and the simple fact is because it's not coverable. Because there's a lot of, problems with this game that people want to ignore. So I'm looking to move on. I'm looking to restart my YouTube journey. I've had success with this channel before, and I want to move on. And I want to move on from SimCity Buildit. I will think about moving on from SimCity Buildit. And I want to thank you so much for watching. It was so great to be back. It's been a month since I've made my last SimCity Buildit video, so I'm so glad to be back, and I hope you subscribe so you can catch my next content. I really appreciate all of viewer support, and I thank you. And I hope I don't end up regretting this video, because I've bashed SimCity Build in this video far too much. And, well, if I get banned, I'm gonna blame this video. So, yeah, this won't look too good. But I'll also send this to SimCity Build It, see what they say. But I'll see you guys next time.